To all my white subscribers, no, I didn't cut my hair. It is called shrinkage. Yeah, that's how I'm starting this video. What's up, guys? It's your girl, Books with Bonnie, and I am back with another effing video. Yeah, I kind of been like not vibing with making videos, mostly because of the state of the world. It's been some stuff going on, yo, and everybody handles it very differently. And I personally have probably just like, I don't even know. I don't know. I don't even know how people are still doing things. I still go into work as of probably this week is going to be my last week of work. But I look like Clifford, the big red dog. But I was very lenient, like not wanting to make a video because I didn't know how people felt. A lot of people were like, hey, let's make videos because people are in the house. And it was a lot of negativity after people said that they were going to make content. But then there were also people like, please make content, I'm going crazy at home. So I really just didn't know how I felt, or I just wanted to be very aware of how other people may feel about it. That being said, that's why I haven't released anything in probably 3 weeks, 4 weeks, who knows? I don't know who's keeping count at this point. But that's why I haven't released any content about books. I've been doing a lot of bookish things, but I just didn't want to release something and it be seen as something different. For those who don't know, I have anxiety and it kind of sneaks up on me, and I'm learning to overcome it. If you follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Books with Bonnie, you probably already know this, but I practice a lot of things like meditation, listening to rain, all kinds of stuff to just kind of calm my nerves. So I've been practicing a ton of that. If you guys would like for me to post a video of the things I do to kind of deal with that, I'd be more than happy to. Ignore my room. I'm in a different place in my room because my room is just a working process at this point. So yeah, I'm scatterbrained, but whew, yes. So that's why I haven't made content. That being said, I will not apologize for taking the necessary time for myself, for my mental health, or my friends and family. Like, I won't apologize for it. And I don't expect you guys to apologize. I feel like YouTube is like, it's kind of like how the world is structured, how we apologize for missing work. Like, no, we should take the necessary time it takes to take care of ourselves. Period. Period. But let's go ahead and get into the reason why I'm making this video. So I did not do a wrap up for February, March. So February and March, I kind of did a mini wrap up, but I wanted just to include the last few books that I read in February and March. I'm going to be honest, the first 2 weeks of March, I couldn't read anything. All I could read is like news articles, and whew, just reading all of that content just really bothered me. So it was really hard for me to get into books. But towards the end of March, I actually, I don't want to say I was in a reading slump and got out of my slump. I just want to say my mind was just so many things going on that I couldn't process any books. This ain't gonna work. But I took my braids down, so feeling accomplished. So today is, what is today? I don't even know. So today is March 26th, and I have a few books. I have 3 books that I haven't finished yet. Hopefully I can finish by the end of the month. And then I have all of the books, all of the libros, le bibli. I'm so silly, sorry, I'm in a goofy mood, y'all. So I have all of the books that I finished, and I have like quick reviews on those said books. So let's go ahead and get into this. The first book I would like to go over is more of a comic book. So I saw this book on, I want to say Pinterest, and I was like, oh, let me check it out. So this is Moonstruck, and this is a comic book called Magic to Brew, Volume 1. This was just a very, very cute story. So the premise of the story is that there are a lot of different creatures living together in harmony. And we have the main character, who I forgot name for some reason. I think it was Grace. I don't remember. I don't remember. Whew. But she's a werewolf, and her best friend is a centaur, and she falls for another werewolf, and her best friend and all of them go to a magic show. And in the process of the magic show, her best friend's magics get stolen. So they basically pair together to hunt down the person who stole her friend's magic. And this is, yes, a queer book, LGBT. I don't know the proper words for it, but main characters who fall in love are two women. So that's how I not explain it. No LBGT. I need to be educated. No, I bought this knowing that, and honestly, it didn't deter me from wanting to read it. It was really cute, really sweet, and it was really fun, and it was nice to see like different creatures, if that makes sense. It's really interesting. And then what was really cool about the story, at the end, there were a lot of fan art, and I'll show you guys that. Sorry for the glare, guys. So they had some fan art after the story, and I thought that was really cool. So yeah, it was a really cute story. I enjoyed it. I want to buy another volume, and I want my sister to read it. So I would recommend this. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. The next book that I completed was Get a Life, Chloe Brown. Now, this story is, so Get a Life, Chloe Brown stars Chloe in Red. Red is a superintendent of her building. Chloe has internal pain that she experiences that people kind of like push aside because it's not physically seen, which was really interesting to see how she kind of overcomes that, but also how patient Red was. I picked this book up because of Instagram and Twitter and Pinterest. Like, this book was literally everywhere and everybody was gawking over it. This book just killed me. Just emotionally killed me. And here's why. It took me forever to finish this book. I'm gonna be honest. I was so turned off by the verbiage was annoying. It was cute. It was cute or whatever. I think my sweater is choking me, and that's why I'm so out of breath. But this isn't even my sweater, it's Tom's sweater, so don't even get me started, you know. This book blows me. Like, I gave this book a 3.5 stars. It was a good story. It was a good story. So I liked Red. He's my favorite character. He was patient, he was kind, but he wasn't no pushover. He wasn't you can walk over him. He put his foot down when necessary, but he was also going through some things, and he was open and honest about it. I love that. I love that this was not a story about a woman having to pry information out of a man to understand him. He was more willing to admit his flaws, and I love that portion. The verbiage annoyed me because I feel like she was just trying so hard to be so descriptive when it wasn't necessary. It wasn't. It just, Lord Jesus, it wasn't. What else do I like about the story? I like that they had their sexual interactions, but it was still like romantic, I guess. He was very thoughtful, but it wasn't like unrealistic. Like, he didn't go get a helicopter. He was like, let's go get a tent and let's go on camping trip. Like, it was realism in a nice way. Yeah, let's say that. So yeah, Chloe I would give you 3.5 just because I feel like the verbiage was just trying too hard in certain pieces of the story. I do understand that it is a, I wouldn't say too, I don't know how to describe this. I want to say cultural difference because she's a London or British, she's London or British born. I don't remember. I don't know if that's the proper words that I'm using. I apologize if it's rude or disrespectful, but I do know that it is a cultural difference as far as the writer, and just like certain things were just like, and it stood out to me. So, yeah. Chloe took me 3 months to finish because I would start, it'll irritate me, and I'll stop, and I'll start again, it irritate me, and then it finally, I was just like, I want to get this book off my TBR. Like, that's why I finished it. I'm happy that I finished it because honestly, it got better as the story developed more, but whew, that took a lot out of me. I was just, no Chloe, no Chloe. The next book is Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson. Okay, all of my buddies and my friends and my besties on Instagram was like, yo, Bonnie, you gotta read Allegedly. Now, everybody knows I read Monday's Not Coming, and the emotional experience was just off the meter. So I was already like, don't know if I want to mess with Tiffany because Tiffany be playing with my emotions. So what I had to do was take my time. I was like, yo, I'm not really feeling like crying right now. Like, that's just what it came out to be. I didn't want to cry no more. But I can't stay away from a good Tiffany Jackson. Can't do it. So finally read it, and 5 for 5. I give, so far, Tiffany has done no wrong in my eyes. She can't. She just can't. Like, y'all, she can't do no wrong. I don't even understand. Like, she is an incredible writer. I love everything that I've read of hers so far. Allegedly, it's no different. Just flat out, it's no different. I love it. So the story is about a young girl who allegedly killed a baby. And then it's mostly her life in the process of her covering up the story of the truth of what really happened, which I won't say, and her dealing with it emotionally, but also subconsciously she's dealing with it on another level that she is even unaware of. I just think Tiffany gives a voice to so many stories that we as people have ignored and overlooked, and she puts it right in your face and you can't ignore it. I personally loved this book. It was incredible, flat out. That's all that needs to be said. That's all I'm saying. Get over it, move on. I don't care. You don't have to agree. I got issues, y'all. Next book is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Now, this is a thick book, and y'all know I ain't read this book. I didn't read the whole thing. This is actually it's actually 3 different stories in this one, but I've only read one, which is probably this much. So, this one, the one that I did read in this is Coyote Moon, and it basically is, how do I describe this? So basically, Buffy and her friends go to a carnival that pops up over the summer, and come to find out all of the people who are working at the carnival are actually people who learned how to basically shapeshift and turn themselves into animals. Yeah, turn themselves into animals. The main character, Buffy, her friend Willow, and I don't know why I'm blanking on people's name. Cinder, there we go. So her 3 friends go, her and her 2 friends go to the carnival, and they are spotted by the carnies, and Xander falls for one of the carnies who looks very mature and beautiful, but she's actually a shape-shifting coyote. Buffy peeps game, and she's just like, something not right. Willow ends up doing the same, but of course, when you try to tell your friends what's good for them, they get mad at you and cut you off. not my friends. But she found herself in a situation where her friends didn't trust her and didn't want to listen to her. And then they found themselves having to deal with coyotes. Of course, Buffy saves the day, like she always does. But it was an interesting story. I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I never like sat down and watched all of the series as far as the show, but I love the books. The books are always good. So yeah, that was awesome. Next book. Oh no, before I go on with the Buffy book, I would probably give that a 4 out of 5 stars. 4 out of 5 because I feel like the book wasn't long enough. It told just enough for the story to move forward, but it didn't go in detail like I wanted to. Like, I like detail, I like structure, I like consistency in storylines, so it was lacking there, so I gave it a 4.5. Boom. Okay, and then last but not least, y'all can't judge me, but before, I had never read the Lunar Chronicle stories. So, I did it! So I finally read the first book of the series, and that is Cinder. And baby, I think I need something to drink. I need to calm down. Okay, I'll be right back. Cinder was awesome. I really enjoyed this story. It brought a new, fun, futuristic twist to an old, just great story. I think Melissa Myers did the thing with this one. I like that she was a cyborg. I like that she had people that were there for her. It wasn't just like her evil sisters, her evil stepmother, but it showed that she had people who cared and loved her. I love that it was so many twists and turns with her and the prince and just family, and then dealing with a pandemic. I can't talk. I'm dealing with a pandemic, and then us dealing with a pandemic, and it's just like, whoa, freeze. So I feel like the emotions were pure because I was feeling them at the same time. Ultimately, fantastic book. I gave it a 5 out of 5. I am so excited to read the next book, which I believe is Scarlet. So Scarlet is next, and I'll be doing that one in my review for next month. Okay. And last but not least, I am currently trying to finish up 3 books in the next, how many days in March? 31, I think. So I have like 5 days to finish these books up. So the first book I am reading is because of book club, and that is Dear Sonalia, I don't know, I'm saying her name wrong. But Letters to a Daughter I never had, and this is by Lynn Toddler. I can't talk, yo. She's the woman who does, I think, Family Court or Marriage Court or something TV show. This is a book club read. I'm halfway through the book. It's something. I don't even know. The next book, I keep stopping and starting on this book. I don't know if I'm gonna finish it, to be honest. I might DNF it, but it is The Wives. Ultimately, I think it was a good start. I'm up until the point where am I? I'm on chapter 18. I was reading this for my book club also, and I think I got caught up with work and just couldn't finish it. So I told myself I'll finish it on my own. I know what's going to happen, but I'm not really just like super excited about it, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I might finish, who knows. And then the last but not least, this is the last book I started this month. I think I started this like 2 or 3 days ago, and I am really, really loving it. Another oldie but goodie, and it's A Curse So Dark and Lonely. So this is probably my favorite read so far. I've been in a really fairy tale fantasy mood lately, so I've been reading that. I'm gonna let y'all know right now it's a 5 out of 5. I don't even care what happens in the rest of the book. Just so far, these twists on these like old but goodies are reviving, and I'm loving it. I am so loving it. Like, girl, you don't even know. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys. I'm sorry again. It's been a while, but you know what I mean. So we gotta do what we gotta do to take care of ourselves. Please, I hope everybody is being safe and smart. And if you're not, I hope you're blessed to be safe and smart. Please take care of you, take care of your family, take care of everybody, and don't overthink it. I've been driving myself crazy overthinking it, so I am taking my own advice and not overthinking it and trying to be optimistic. I will be dropping videos all this week. If you don't know, my birthday is April 2nd, so I'll be dropping a bunch of videos up until that point, and then probably taking a little bit of a break. Like I said, I'll be working from home, so me being able to record will be coming soon. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow me on all of my social media. Book with Bonnie. It's your girl, Books with Bonnie, and I am